Welcome to Excellence in Excel. I'm Nick Wong, and in this video, which is part 4 of the Australian tax practice, in this series we're going to continue based on the previous video. So in the previous video we already discussed about calculating, and our next job is to get the missing bracket tax amount. Very important. So what's going on here is very simple. We have our tax amount of bracket number 3, but we're missing the tax amount of bracket number 2 and 1. And imagine if this amount would be not 50,000. So let's see here, you can see these all connected. So if this would be 100,000, we will only have the tax amount of bracket number 4. So we need to make sure that we can get all these amounts here between. So we're going to use a small trick for that. And this is really important, and you will also understand right away why this is so complicated, because we're using multiple tricks, because there are many layers of formula. So what we need to do basically is this. We need to calculate how much is the tax per bracket. That's what we need. We need to calculate the tax per bracket and the total tax if we have additional brackets. So basically what we want here is, if we are hitting tax bracket number 2, or if we include tax number 3 as well, we need to have the value here. How much is the tax on this one? How much is the tax on this one? How much is the tax on this one? So I'm going to use a trick here, because this is the only trick to do it, to simplify it without having a very long formula. So what we'll call it here, the tax amount per bracket, or per bracket, I guess it's a tax amount. I will call it tax amount because it's not really per bracket. We're going to do it for the full brackets. So let's get all the formulas. So let me explain exactly what we're going to do. So if you hit tax bracket 1, the default is 0. So you're not there, you don't have to pay any tax. So if you surpass this, yes, this is very important. If you surpass this tax bracket number 2, you have an amount. But if you don't surpass it, you don't have any amount to pay here. Yes, so very important. The reason why, you might wonder, okay, but there's a tax amount. Yes, that's correct. This tax amount will be calculated here. So if you see here, let's make this 18,500. So you can see this is our tax amount that we need to pay. So there's no need to focus on having here the value, because this is our amount. But what happens if we are doing here the 50,000? We have tax bracket number 3, right? So we have our value here, but we need to calculate this value of tax bracket number 2. So if you are here, you have to pay the full amount of tax bracket 2. So I hope you understand this. This is the only part that's slightly more advanced. However, understanding this is very easy once you know the structure. And this is really basic formulas. So what we're going to do is, to calculate the tax in tax bracket 2, we need to do this minus that, multiply by the 19 cents on the dollar. So let's put this in brackets, so we force that this calculate first. Once we did that, there you are. So you can see now we get our amount of $3,572 in tax amount. So now what happened is that this tax amount here, we can do plus this. Then we get the right amount. Yes, of course. So what we have to do here, this needs to be on an automatic part. So I'm going to do here, say tax amount 2. I will call tax amount 2 right now, but it's not tax amount 2. This is just the tax amount based on the remaining here. So we say VLOOKUP, and we say what's the value? This is our value, comma, table array. We get the table array. We're going to get the full table array, comma, what is the column index number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, column number 5, comma, range lookup, that's yes, enter. So we get this number. So I'm going to get the design on that. There you are. So we have here now the brackets. So what happens if we are earning only $10,000? There's no tax to pay. If we earn 18,500, it will only calculate that. You see? So this is how it works. Final part here, of course. Let's continue here. We're almost done. So what we need to do here, we need to calculate the difference between this minus that multiplying by this. Yeah, so we're going to put in here the brackets to give it priority to calculate this. Once that is done, plus this value here. Enter. So basically, you're paying 19,822 that moment if you hit full bracket number thing. So this is really important. And finally, the last one. So what we're going to do on the last one is just exactly the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to calculate how much is the difference of bracket number 4. So what we did here was we calculate bracket number 2. This was the bracket number 3 because we are in bracket 4, and bracket 4 will be calculated here. And finally, we have bracket number 5. To calculate bracket number 5, we need the information from bracket 4. So what we'll do is the following. We'll say this minus that, and we put this in brackets, multiplied by 37 cents. If we do enter, this is the amount. So the amount here equals this plus the remaining here above. So we say plus this. Enter. Now you can see 50,000. And this is exactly how it works. So this is the trick that we're going to use. Once we have this trick, we can start to apply this all here. So what we really did was the following. So if you can see here. So to understand, let's recap. If you are in bracket 1, there's no tax amount to pay. If you hit tax bracket 2, you're not paying any tax amount in 1. If you hit bracket number 3, there is a tax amount in 2. And the remaining, whatever is the difference, will be calculated here. Same with 4, we'll calculate this and this, like those two formulas here. This is the total sum, plus whatever is remaining in 4. And finally with 5, it's these 3 bracket formulas, and then the remaining whatever hits in 5. So let me show you here. If we would show here now 50,000, enter, we get in bracket 2, we get this amount, because this is the amount of bracket 2, plus whatever is remaining in bracket 3. However, we don't hit bracket 3 100%. So that means that 32.5 cents will be only applied on the remaining here. So as you can see here, the difference. And that's really how it works. So this is very complicated. By using this formula, it simplifies it. And in the next video, we're going to reduce this amount here to simplify this as well. So if you like videos like this, if you like challenges such as these tax challenges, check out the link below. In there you can find a wonderful Excel course that goes deeper in Excel. So check it out.